So we've covered downloading, installing, uninstalling. Now let's look at updating. All of the software provided by Apple, and even some provided by third parties, goes into the update system. Now you access the update system here. System Preferences, Software Update. If there is an essential update that we need you to do, we will let you know. Alright? For the most part, running an update on the Apple will never cause you any problems. Alright? The problem with Apple though is if you never run updates, then after a certain point they just don't work anymore. You have to manually update the computer. So what I recommend is that you set this to monthly. Okay? And every month it will check and see if you have new software. Right now I'm going to show you how to do it manually. I'm going to go to check now, and it's actually going to go to the Apple website and see if you have software. And this does work at school. It's not blocked. This should work fine for you. And any update that we would send you is this same package. So this is really good because it can make things a lot faster. When we have to push an update out over the network, you would have to leave your computer connected at a certain time so that we could do it. But if you learn how to use Software Update, then you can do it at home or you can do it at school on your own time. So it says Software Update. I always go to Show Details. I don't just hit Continue. I like to see what's going to be updated. MacBook Air, MacBook Pro Update, and then Safari seems harmless. So I'm actually going to install these two items. You just click Install and Agree. And as you can tell, it's pretty quick. Now sometimes with an installation, the computer does need to restart, and they will tell you if it needs to restart. You can restart later, and what that means is the update is ready, and the next time you restart, it will be installed. So I'm actually going to say not now because we're not done with the tutorial, so not now. And then I'm just going to close this. Okay. One more thing I want to go over in this lesson that isn't very specific to applications, but I think will affect everybody, and it's a really quick thing that we can do right now. We're going to go to Show All. Alright, and I want to show you how to adjust two settings on your computer. Okay, one is your screensaver. Let's go to Desktop and Screensaver. You can load, especially when you get pictures, you can do anything you want to your desktop. To be honest, if you're using Spaces and you have like 4 desktops, you can actually change each one any way you want. It's pretty cool. But I'm more concerned about you using these in class and your screen going blank. So let's go to Screensaver. I'm going to go to Word of the Day. That's a pretty common one. This will just pull dictionary words, you know. And I'm going to do Show with Clock. It's always handy to have the clock. And then I'm going to go to Test and see if it's there. And there's the clock. Alright, and I'm going to set my screensaver to start after 1 hour. Alright, this means if you're just sitting around, it'll come on after 1 hour. You don't want it at 10 or 15 minutes because it will come on during class all the time. Alright. Do that. Now I'm going to go to Hot Corners, and I'm going to set my hot corner to Screensaver. So this is the upper left hand corner, upper right hand corner, bottom left, bottom right. You will find these a bit more problematic because they're close to the toolbar. Now this is what happens. I'm going to go up here and my screensaver comes on. Now notice also, I have a password set to unlock my computer. I'm showing you this because when you walk away from your computer, you should be locking it. Like if you're leaving it on your desk during the day to go do whatever, that's fine, but you don't want people on your computer. So you want to be able to lock the screen easily, and this locks your screen. Alright? To make sure your screen is locking, we're going to check one security setting. So let's go to Show All, Security and Privacy. and then make sure require password for sleep and screensaver is at immediately. Okay? That's all you need to do. Just make sure that's ticked on. Alright, the final system application we're going to go into is the Energy Saver. Now, on all the computers at school that we own, like the big ones, all the new Macs, they actually start up every day about 7 a.m. and they shut themselves down every day at 4 p.m. This is a huge power savings for us, like in terms of the whole campus. Your laptops don't use a lot of power and a lot of you don't charge them all the time, but it is something that you should look at. Computer sleep. I normally, again, for class use, set this at 1 hour. Okay. Notice this is on battery. Okay, 1 hour. And then display sleep, again, 1 hour. Now, if you're not in school teaching, you can reduce these, but it's good to have it so your computer's not timing out. Okay. Automatically reduce brightness before sleep. That's fine. Slightly dim the display when using this power source. If you keep this ticked, your computer will not be as bright as it could be when it's on battery. Alright? So I'm actually going to leave that because if you're in your classroom and you're connected to your projector, your screen will dim, but your projection will be fine. Okay? Put hard disk to sleep when possible. This is actually okay. I'm going to leave that. Power adapter. This is when your computer's plugged in. I'm going to move it to 1 hour. And I'm going to move this to 1 hour. Okay, so you have two settings, one for battery and one for power adapter. So that's it for this lesson. I hope you feel a bit more confident with managing your application.